Hace tiempo no transmito de show, so welcome back to the show. Ese es mi equipito, esa es mi alineación. Bueno, los que tengo puestas tensiones, dos Pedroya, segunda base, Paul Goldsmith, Caballete, primera base, Luis González, clásico, ese es el del 2001, creo que es, o 2002. Está en rating 98, según Luis González, buenísimo. Se lo consigue cuando completas todos los Team Epics de los Diamondbacks de Arizona. Aaron Judge, no estoy mateando muy bien con él, igual Mookie Betts. Aaron Judge es el rookie de los Yankees, la bestia. Está más grande que Giancarlo Stanton. De hecho, este verano, en este All-Star Weekend es el del juego de estrella. En el Home Run Derby va a estar Giancarlo Stanton y Aaron Judge, entre otros, pero esos son los dos principales. Se espera que lleguen a la final. El juego de estrella va a ser en Miami. So, el Home Run Derby va a estar buenísimo. Aaron Judge y Carlos Stanton. Mookie va a centrofield, puede jugar right field, puede jugar segunda. De Beltre, séptimo bate. Johnny Bench de los Rojos de Cincinnati. Lo tengo ahí para sacarle a Barry Larkin. Necesito dar 25 sencillos con 25 hits en total con Johnny Bench. No me ha ido muy bien con él, que digamos, bateando 2.55, está dando 2 hits cada 10 veces al bate, al plato, perdón. Y ahora está pichando, lanzando, debería decir Jacob deGrom, de los Mets de Nueva York, caballete. Ahí lo empiezo. En el banco tengo 2 o 3 jugadores más. Si se pone buena la cosa y necesito sacar a alguien, pues, tengo buenos jugadores en el banco. Bullpen está decente para un equipo de rating 91. Todavía no tengo a Ken Griffey, so too bad.
Correa.
And the first pitch is chopped foul at the plate at strike one. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Down the third baseline. And it's through for a base hit. They'll have the leadoff man aboard to start the inning. And a nice job to get the ball in quickly. He'll be held to a single here with nobody out.
That hit me. The only problem he had was to make sure he kept it fair, and he did so.
Digging in now, Pedroia, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Line toward right center, and that's in there. Base hit. Long throw to third. And the throw by Jones will not be in time. He's in there at third.
Well, you got your table setters doing exactly what they're supposed to do. Back-to-back singles, set it up first and third, and here comes the middle of the order.
Let's go, Goldie.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. He grounds it sharply to third.
Nice.
And he whips on it as
Wow.
it falls right under his glove. The runner from
Como
third
fue
crosses the
tercera
plate,
base, falló
and
esa
they've taken
bola.
a 1-0 lead.
Oh, they're playing small ball this inning, Matt. Back-to-back-to-back singles.
Luis Gonzalez.
Ve para allá. Machado. Fallando eso. Manny Machado, papá.
Into the box, Luis Gonzalez. But gloved by the third baseman for the out.
¿Lo ves? Y ahora coge eso. Y no pudo coger esa roletita ahora
And with
mismo.
that, here's a look at the
Increíble.
visitors' starting lineup. What's the key for them
Por eso
tonight,
digo,
Harold?
Manny
Well, the key here,
Machado.
Matt, is clearly execute. They got to catch the ball, and if you get an
Wow.
opportunity to hit and run, you got to do that on the offensive side. This is the type
Miren
of
a ese
team that
animal.
has to generate
No
and
cabe
make
en el
their own
televisor.
things happen in order to force
Aaron
mistakes
Judge.
on the other team.
Está cabrón. ¿Verdad? Ese tipo es una
There he
bestia.
goes. Pitch swung on and missed.
Pero
the
¿qué hace el de
throw, but he gets back in
tercera?
time, safe at second base. And now confusion here with two men on the same base. One's got to go, and they're going to get it out here. Two out here and a runner in second.
Increíble. Le das a correr para que se vayan los dos y se quede el de segunda. Ahí parado como un pendejo.
And he watches one dip low and inside for a ball. 1-1. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Ed Drummond.
Well, the way I see Ed, he gets a lot of respect for his strike zone. There's not a lot of
Increíble.
umpires in the league that have the kind of respect he does. He's consistent, he's got a great zone, and he's well respected across the board.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. And that finds the outfield grass for a base hit. And now Jones fires it in off the wall. Throw won't get him.
So on this guy, we're dead on because it's already
Increíble, hermano.
2-0
Como
in the
motoreros
early
de
going,
auto, la
and they're
cosa más
having
estúpida, le das a la
absolutely no
L2 para que los dos
trouble
jugadores se
seeing
vayan
him
a
on the
correr
other side.
y el de
They're
segunda
very
lo que hace es
quickly
volver
looking
para
at a game
segunda.
that they're going to have to
Increíble.
fight back in.
Here's Mookie Betts. Another first inning RBI opportunity for him here.
Regalándote out a la computadora.
Here
Me
comes the
encanta.
first pitch. Hit to short. Oh, in trouble here for Tejada. And a great job to stick with it as he's able to make the play for the third out.
Yo con
So
Mookie Betts
two
no
runs
bateo
on
nada.
4 base hits. No
Yo no tengo
errors,
suerte con
and
ese
a runner
jugador.
left on.
Yo creo que yo
Jacob
salgo mejor
deGrom,
vendiéndolo y
right-hander
comprándome a
from
alguien
Florida, gets
de
the
mismo
ball.
nivel
What's
que
the
este,
starter
quizá me
here?
resuelva.
HR, what's the word on him?
Well, he uses both the four-seam and the two-seam fastball, and what I like about it is the movement that he's able to create with both those
Lo único
fastballs.
que Mookie Betts es
ready. Here's
necesario
the
para
0-1.
sacar a Ted Williams. Es
Now
lo
a bunt
único
attempt
que
here.
de suerte tiene. ¿Eh?
Throw will not be in time as a perfect bunt
Duró la
there.
bola.
Nets him a base runner to lead off the inning.
Batting second.
Here's the center fielder now, Adam Jones. Right through it here, and he's behind 0-1. Well, as demonstrated there, that's a tough pitch to do anything with.
Oh, you think? If you've got a good fastball like he does, that location can be really effective. It looks so tempting to the hitter, but making contact on that pitch can be very tough.
Batting
Here's Mark
third.
Trumbo now.
Right
Here's
fielder.
the first pitch to him.
Trumbo.
Sends that one out of play for strike one. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Smoke toward the hole. And a backhanded reach at first, but he can't flag it down. And no sense risking anything here as the bases will be loaded now with
Ay,
still
DeGrom,
nobody
le
out.
están saltando a palitos
Here's
poco a
Manny
poco.
Machado now as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike.
Man, I tell you what, if I had a timeout and I went out there to talk to him, I'd say, look, we just got to minimize the damage. Bases loaded, no outs. We don't want them to blow the inning totally open.
Beltre is going to have plenty of room as he puts it away in front of the dugout for the first out of the inning. And with that, here's a glance at the starting lineup for the home squad. HR, what's the key for him here tonight?
Well, you come in and you realize, man, we're already down 2. What do? You play within yourself. We get our leadoff guy on. The next man moves him up or moves him over. Then our middle guys, maybe we hit a big bop to get in it. You don't have to go get 2 runs this inning. Just get 1. Keep chipping away and giving yourself a chance.
With 2 strikes now and a runner at first, do you go for the strikeout or are you still looking for the double play ball?
Well, Matt, I think a lot of that depends on the type of pitcher that you are. If you're a power pitcher, you can go ahead and ride a fastball up in the zone. But if you're a guy that induces a lot of ground balls with a sinker, I think you have to stick with that plan.
So he sets him down swinging. Trey Mancini becomes out number 2 this inning. Jonathan Scope is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1.
Man, we're seeing some pitching right now. He's 1 out away from getting out of the woods in this nasty situation. Bases loaded, no outs. He gets the first 2 guys out, and he's this close. Let's see what happens with this batter, if he can get out of it.
2 out, bases loaded. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now.
I like how he wasted that pitch. It was close enough to tempt the hitter to swing, but now you got him thinking, will he come back with another fastball? You got him set up. Off speed, hard pitch, anything now. Man, I'm looking for him to challenge him right here. You know, 2-2. You don't want to go to 3-2, have those runners on the move on that certain pitch. So 2-2 is your challenge pitch.
Wow, this is a pretty good at bat right here, from down in the count 0-2 to work the count back to 3-2, and he's seen a lot of pitches too.
Betts is there as he makes the catch, and they'll tightrope out of danger as he
Caballete.
strands the bases loaded. So they load the bases on 3 hits, but
Las bases
can't
llenas
bring
con 0
anyone
out y
around
salió
the
de ahí sin
score.
carrera.
Second inning upcoming from Baltimore.
Ach.
Puerto Rico is on top 2-0.
Estaba cagado, estaba cagado. No te admití que estaba cagado.
Here's the third baseman, Adrian Beltre. He'll lead it off here to begin the second.
Adrian Beltre.
Into the windup and the pitch.
Ball 1.
And he takes ball 1. Oh, this is hit well out to deep center. Jones has a long run, and he'll be there to make the play. Nicely done.
Wow.
Okay, here's the defense for the home team, brought to you by Majestic.
Number
Tremenda
5.
And in
jugada
the outfield,
defensiva ahí.
Mark Trumbull. He's starting to figure out the outfield, but let's be
Adam
honest,
Jones, el
his
centrofield del
bat's
equipo de
putting him in
Estados
the
Unidos.
outfield right now. They want that bat in the lineup, and there just wasn't room at first base. His natural position, he's figuring out the defense, but man, can he hit.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Johnny Bench comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0.
Johnny Banco. En español, Juan Banco.
Now a swing and a ball pop high in the air over toward foul ground. And he'll get over to... Oh, it kicks off his glove. How did he do that? From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. There's a swing and a missile sent out to center field.
Johnny.
Going back on it at the track. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out.
Batting 9th.
Stepping
Mira,
in,
hay viento que me ayude hoy.
he'll get to take his first cuts here.
No le hagas swing, no le hagas swing, Luis Daniel.
First
No le hagas
delivery
swing,
to
no
him
le
on
hagas
the
swing.
way. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1.
Tampoco le hagas swing, no le hagas swing, déjalo que piche.
The windup
Déjalo.
and the 1-0 pitch.
No le hagas swing, olvídate de eso.
And
Olvídate de
that
eso.
one right down Main Street. Bases are empty here with 2 men out.
Tranquilo. Deja que use ese brazo.
And a knuckle curve missed that time. 2-1.
Backdoor breaking ball just missed right there. It's such an effective pitch if you can hit the corner with it, but no dice this time.
Trying to shave that outside corner with the fastball, and he missed it. It's 3-1 now.
There's 2 outs in the inning, 3-1 count to the pitcher. You got to make him swing the bat right here. You just have to.
High in the air into shallow left center. Gentry moving to his left. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. So they breeze through this half of the inning. Into the box now, Wellington Castillo. He'll get us going here in the bottom half of the second. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground. A quick out number 1.
Okay, here's the defense for the away team, brought to you by Majestic. And down there at first base, Paul Goldschmidt. The thing I like about him, he catches everything. That's why he won a Gold Glove before. Throw it his direction. He's a big target. Stands about 6'4". He's wide. He'll make the play for you. He's a great guy to throw to, and he can also make the plays on his own.
Ready now, Chris Tillman.
Pitcher.
Into the windup and the pitch. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
That's one of those pitches you just float over the plate. 99% of the time the batter is taking at least the first pitch after 2 straight 1-pitch out, so you almost can underhand it up there.
He is being aggressive in this inning. 0-2 on.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. So they go quietly here. Back with Harold Reynolds and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian, as Puerto Rican sensation Carlos Correa gets set to kick off the inning. Here comes
El
the first
Caballo.
pitch. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Grounder down the line at third, but a foul ball, 1-1.
Well, he's out in front of that breaking ball right there. Not surprised. I was after that fastball. Nice job of pitching, kind of keeping him off balance.
That's on the corner to put him behind now, 1-2. There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. Gentry racing back. Out of
En
here.
la madre.
A solo shot, and they add another.
Tremendo. En la madre, pa'l carajo.
So a solo shot here to left center field, as it's now a 3-0 ball game.
Home run of the game, but the bats are definitely alive for both teams tonight. There have been a ton of hits already. These pitchers might want to duck and cover if things continue this way.
Now batting number 15.
Here's the second baseman now, Dustin Pedroia. As he lifts it in the air to right field. On the move is Trumbo. One down. Ready for another chance? Paul Goldschmidt. One run in and one gone so far this inning.
Yeah. Correa.
First pitch of the at-bat
That's my
on its
boy.
way.
Alito.
Tejada now out there at short. Throw gets him, 2 down.
The left fielder, number 20.
Riding in once again, Luis Gonzalez. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch on its way. This is line to left. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. Some 2-out success means that Aaron Judge gets to swing it here.
He just scorched that ball off the wall, and now the question will be, should he have continued on or not? He thought about pushing it, I'm sure, but decided to play it safe. It would have been close, but I think this time he's probably right in staying
Team
first.
Epic Challenge. Look, try to beat the computer 3 times on veteran.
Here's big Aaron Judge, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory.
You gotta beat
The
each team
0-1 on its way.
5
On the
times
ground
at
to the left
least.
side. Machado is there. He'll go to Scope at second for the force out, and that ends the inning. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man. Digging in to try it again, Craig Gentry. He'll get us going in the home half of inning number 3. Tries to catch him napping, but he missed the bunt attempt. Strike 1. The pitch. And now a bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. And the throw will be too late, so it's a bunt single to get him started here. Hold on here, though. You can see the skipper heading out of the dugout now, so that very close safe call might be challenged.
Here's another look at it now. I couldn't really tell when I saw it at full speed, and I'll tell you what, it's still not clear to me from that replay. We'll see if they decide to challenge it after they look at it from a few more angles.
And it looks like a no from the bench, so they will not challenge the play, and the call will stand with the runner safe at first base. Adam Jones is in for his second plate appearance as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Here's the 1-0. Grounded to short. Scooped up on the backhand. Pedroia on to
Nice.
Goldschmidt, a double play.
Nice.
Now batting. Right fielder.
Boy, and that's a great play there at short.
Nice.
He's forced to go to the backhand and then pivot on that right leg to throw against the momentum of his body. These guys make it look easy. That's one you could definitely launch into right field if you're not under control.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Mark Trumbo. No one on base for him after the double play.
Yeah, Matt, that 2-ball really changed the complexion of this inning. For the second time, it looked like the middle of the order was going to have a chance to get a big hit with some ducks on the pond, but now they just have to try and get a 2-out rally started.
And he looks like he's toying with him here. It's 0-2. 2 out, nobody on. Slider whiffed on for strike 3. A great pitch to put an end to the inning. No runs on a hit, no errors, and no one left. On now to the top of inning number 4. The Islanders are out on top, 3-0.
Center fielder, Mookie Betts.
Into the windup and the pitch. And this is going to be fouled into the diamond level seats. The windup and the 0-1. Right on the corner, a fastball that he takes for a strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Lifted down the line in right and back out of play. Count holds it 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Hit back up the middle. Played on the backhand. And the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play.
Third baseman number 29, Adrian Beltre.
Here's the third baseman, Adrian Beltre. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Here's the first pitch to him. Liner toward right center. And that gets down out there for Beltre. Could be extra bases.
Ahí estamos bien.
And he'll pull into second with 1 away.
No la cogió, wow.
The catcher,
You
number
don't
5.
think fielding is important?
Johnny
Instead
Bench.
of a routine out, you got a guy standing at second base after a 2-base error. We'll see if the pitcher can pick him up.
Wow, Trumbo, you suck.
In now, Johnny Bench, as he'll send a ground ball
No,
down
sí,
to
eso
third.
es una mierda swing.
And boy, just
¿Qué
about
carajo
overshot
dice ahí?
his man at first, but he's able to keep a foot on the bag over there, and that's out number 2.
The batter, pitcher.
Now in the box, Jacob DeGrom.
No sé
comes
ni que
into
pa' qué
this
carajo
at
le hizo
bat
swing
0
esa
for 1
mierda
in the
bola.
ball game. Softly on a line to third.
Ya, soy el de bien
To
para el carajo.
first, and that error won't come back to haunt him after all as the inning is over. Here's Manny Machado now. 0 for 1
Leading up
for
the
him
fourth
here in
inning.
this one.
Third baseman.
And he'll power in a
Manny
fastball that time at 94 for strike 1.
Matt, he's really putting on a clinic. The first pitch strike, we talk about it all the time. He's 90% in this game, first pitch strike. When you do that, you're going to have great success.
Outside for a ball, 1-1. 1-2 now.
This guy's got a good mid-90s fastball working in this game. If they think they can catch up to that ball up there, it's going to continue to be a rough game for them.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And a bouncing ball, foul. Here's another 1-2. And this is swung on and missed, and this 4th inning will start the same way he ended the 3rd with a strikeout, and there's 1 away.
Now batting. first
Digging in
baseman.
for his second at-bat, Trey Mancini. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. In there, and it's 0-1. A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. Back goes Betts. Gone into the home bullpen for a home run.
I know I get big money for my expert analysis, but this is pretty simple. If you put a fastball up in the zone, over the heart of the plate, this guy's going to turn it around in a heartbeat. This one was no shocker.
Here's Jonathan Scope now.
Second baseman, number 6.
As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. 1-0 pitch is his slider, swung on and missed, 1-1. And he lays off the pitch down and away, ball 2.
So he threw the slider darting away to him 2 times in a row. Now I don't think he'll go for it again. I'm looking for something hard inside on this pitch.
Now that's a nice pitch. He ran that in there about mid-90s and put it past him.
Trying to nibble here, and he misses to run it full now, 3-2. A swing and a high drive to right center field. Betts ranging back. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning.
Now batting.
Here's the catcher, Wellington Castillo. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. A high fastball is in there. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And that slider's almost in the dirt. And now a good slider that doesn't quite catch the zone. It's 2-1 now.
Looks like he's trying to catch the corner with both those sliders. He just missed. So let's see now. A big question, Matt, is he's going to throw it again and maybe see if he can get a strike this time. That's the 3rd slider in a row. And I'm going to tell you what, I think he'll probably throw 4 and maybe 5 if he needs it.
And he takes ball 3, so it's a full count now. Holds off on the slider, and that's a good idea as it's ball 4. Stepping into the box, Ruben Tejada. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. Hit out towards second. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit.
That's a nice single right there. He recognized the changeup early. It was just hanging. Not much difference between his fastball and changeup today.
Standing in now, Chris Tillman.
I think
And this is going to be a fair ball as it'll head to the corner. Castillo rounds the corner and is headed home. And the run will score from second as they cut it to 1 at 3-2 now.
The batter.
Here's Craig Gentry. 2 base hits, both singles to this point. And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1. Hoping to limit the damage. Here's the pitch. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
He certainly hasn't been the aggressor in this at-bat. 2 straight takes, so.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will digging in and looking for more, Carlos Correa. He's in to get things going here in inning number 5.
Carlos Correa.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Jones going back to the track. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning. Well, that was certainly a tough play, and worth taking another look with Showtrack. Seemed to get a pretty good read off the bat, carved out a nice route, and ended up covering over 110 feet to make the play. I'm sure he's happy with himself about that one. Here's the second baseman now, Dustin Pedroia. Yes, he'll pick on the first pitch and line one back up the middle, and that's a base hit.
Well, that's good hitting. 0-0. You want that fast at him.
First baseman.
Nice swing.
Paul Goldschmidt.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. He hits it hard on the ground to the left. That gets through, and he'll reach base again on his second base hit of the game.
Well, if I'm pitching, I got to be shaking my head. That's the last thing I'm thinking is he's going to hit a ball down and away and handle it as well as he did to get a base hit.
Stepping in now, Luis Gonzalez. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. The 1-0 pitch. And he watches one miss outside. 2-0 now. Now some action out in the bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander begin throwing. 2-0 count. Here it comes. On the ground to second base. This could be two. Tejada for one. On to first. Not in time as he just hits the bag ahead of the throw.
Hey, great job of hustle there by the base runner. That looked like an easy inning-ending double play. Now runners at first and third with 2 outs.
Hit sharply toward the right side. Base hit, and that'll get a run in.
Well, I love it when guys are aggressive with the runner in scoring position. First pitch, he jumps all over it to drive in the run.
Center fielder, Mookie Betts.
Here's Mookie Betts. Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. In to score, the runner from third.
Some guys just lay back and watch that first pitch go by no matter what. Work the count, make the pitcher waste a few pitches. But when he serves up a fastball like this on the first pitch, it's hard not to go after it. And that's just what he does. He jumped all over it.
Skipper out of the dugout, making the slow trek to the mound. And he'll motion for the bullpen here, so that's going to be all for Chris Tillman. So he'll depart here in the 5th after working just 4 2/3, and he's on the hook for the L unless this one turns around. Alec Asher is going to take over here in inning number 5, so it'll be a bullpen game from here on out. Into the box, Adrian Beltre in the air out toward right field. Will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. So it's 2 runs on 4 base hits. No errors and a couple of men left on.
Leading off, center fielder, Adam.
And a ball popped foul to the right side, out of play. A windup and the 0-1. And that one stayed too low, apparently. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Hit hard on the ground to third. And Beltre throws on to first for the out.
Now batting. Right
Here's Mark
fielder.
Trumbo now. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. Swing and a miss, but he's right on here. 1 strike. We're in the 5th inning here. 5-2 is our score. Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike. And here's a pitch swung on and missed. 1-2 now. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Swing and a flare hit toward right. In comes Judge. He makes the running play. 2 down.
Third baseman number
Digging
13,
in once again, Manny Machado. 0 for 2 on his
Peligroso,
line thus
picheo.
far. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Drifting toward the third base dugout. But that's going to get out of play and into the camera well. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Looks at a slider over the outer half for strike 2.
I gotta say, his command of the corners in this start has been pretty exceptional. He's mixed east and west really well, and it's a big reason why he's had success. Okay, so now is where I think you pull the string, throw the El Cambio up there.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Pretty painless half of the inning all told. 5 innings complete. The Islanders are out in front 5-2. Digging in to try it again, Johnny Bench. He'll try and get things started as we begin inning number 6. And he waves at a curveball there. No balls and a strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Line drive to center field. And this inning starts with a solid base hit. So that puts the leadoff man aboard to get the inning underway.
Hey, look, he may be hitting at the bottom of the order.
Now
But you
batting,
put him in another lineup,
pitcher,
he's at the top. This
Jacob
lineup is loaded.
deGrom.
Don't overlook him.
And now we'll see some action in the bullpen as the lefty starts to get loose. Jacob deGrom stands in for the third time now as he takes a look at a ball. It's 1-0. The set and the 1-0 pitch. Now a bunt attempt here. Only plays to first, so the pitcher does his job as it's a successful sacrifice.
The batter, number 1.
Here's Carlos Correa now. He homered earlier and is 2 for 3 to this point. Line drive to left. And that's going to get down out there. And that'll score the runner from second to make this a 6-2 ball game now.
Well, I tell you, Matt, right there, man, that was an interesting play because the defense is playing so deep and playing no doubles. I just feel like if they were in at a normal depth, they would have caught that ball.
This is skied into the air to straightaway center. Jones is under it. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
First baseman
Digging in and looking for more, Paul Goldschmidt. He's looking for hit number 3 here in this at-bat. Here comes the first pitch. Chopped weakly to the left. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. A run on 2 hits, and they leave 1. Trying to pick
Mira,
things
moví el
up where he
bate
left
tarde.
off. Trey Mancini. He'll have the opportunity to kick things off as we begin the home 6th. He'll
Coño.
hold off a slider to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball. Takes this the other way to right. And that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
Well, no surprise. Another single to lead off the inning here late in the game.
The second baseman, number 6, Jonathan Schoop.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Jonathan Schoop is at the plate as he watches ball 1.
Well, with the leadoff man getting on right there, Matt, they are falling so far behind. They have to capitalize. They have to get some runs to get back in this thing.
The second for 1. On to Goldschmidt, but too late as they'll just get the 1.
Now batting.
Yeah, we see a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen up in the bullpen. Wellington Castillo comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1.
Oh, that's for sure going to be a pitch he wants back. You're not going to get many balls right in the wheelhouse from a top-level arm like this.
0-2, here it is. And now a slider in there for a called third strike, and there are 2 gone now. Ready once again, Ruben Tejada. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. Swinging a soft liner, and that'll get down for a base hit.
Well, another single. Now they're first and second. They've been swinging the bat great all day, but they haven't come up with the big hit to break an inning open. Maybe that's coming.
Hyun-Soo Kim will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. 0-1. Here's the pitch. And this is fouled back and out of play. Ready on 0-2. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Richard Blyer is on the pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7. Riding in once again, Luis Gonzalez. He'll lead it off here as we begin inning number 7. Sent on the ground out to second. Scope is there. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
The right fielder, number 99.
Here's big Aaron Judge. 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far. Couldn't wait back, a swing and a miss. Bases are empty, 1 man out.
Aaron Judge le suba la visión.
Now a swing and a fly ball. On the move is Crumbo. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out.
Now batting.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Mookie Betts. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Fastball, and ooh, that ran in and drilled him.
And I'll tell you, this is the last guy in the lineup you want to put on base for free. He's probably feeling a little salty after getting drilled, and he's got speed to burn, so look for him to try and make something happen out there.
Here's the 0-0 pitch. A swinging bunt out in front of the plate. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. So no run. Here's Creed. Thus
Leading off, left fielder, Craig Gentry.
now a little pop-up off toward the first base side. And no one can get there. It's a foul ball. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And that slider's almost in the dirt. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. All even at 2-2. Here it is. Got him. And that's 8 strikeouts now for him in the ball game. Ready for another shot now. Adam Jones. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes. Perhaps a little low there. It's 2-0.
That's 2 close pitches right there, and he just laid off him. I think he's sitting on one specific pitch, and he hasn't gotten it yet.
A fastball that finds the outside corner. Strike 2 at a pitch that catches the outside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes, a crucial count for both pitcher and hitter. So, Dan, what was your approach on the mound in that count? Do you still pitch for the strikeout here?
I think one of the keys, Matt, you want to try to initiate contact. But one thing you don't want to do, you don't want to run the count to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Whatever you want to throw it over for a strike.
Now batting.
Here's Mark Trumbo now. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Fastball too high to start him out here. 1-0. Here it comes. 1-0 to Trumbo. And a slider stays outside, and he falls behind 2-0.
Clearly, they're not trying to give him anything to hit, are they? I mean, everything's away, but he's sitting 2-0. Let's see if he extends and maybe looks outside to drive something.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And he comes back with a gorgeous slider there for strike 2. Here's the pitch on 2-2. Swing, and that's hit out of play up into the plaza level. He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. hit the other way out toward right field. Judge is under it. And that's the third out. Starting to run out of innings. Ready for another chance. Johnny Bench. He'll have the first crack at it here as we start inning number 8.
Johnny Bench.
Slapped hard the opposite way. This is taken in by Trumbo, and there's out number 1.
Se dejará caer otra vez.
That first pitch of the inning, and he didn't miss it. Just wasn't able to steer it in a direction that resulted in a leadoff hit.
In now, Jacob deGrom. As the first pitch here's a bit high.
Lo puedo sacar ahora.
It's ball 1. Justin Upton will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with one gone in the inning. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Back goes Trumbo to the track, to the wall. Out of here. A
Perfecto.
solo shot, and they add another.
Perfecto. Pinch hitting home run.
Justin Upton with the solo home run. And the lead is now 7-2.
Wow, that's what a pitcher gets for not putting what he thought was a bad call in the rearview mirror. I think he was still fuming and didn't get the pitch where he wanted it. The result? A reason to be even more mad.
The batter, number 1.
Here's Carlos Correa now.
Carlos Correa.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner. Trumbull sprinting after it. He gets there and makes a fine running play for the second out.
Now batting number 50.
There's the second baseman now, Dustin Pedroia. On the night, he's 2 for 4 with a pair of singles. Into the windup and the pitch. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. After it is Jones. And that ends the inning. But add on one more as the solo shot stretches their lead even further. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Puerto Rico is out in. Matt Bush is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th. Here's Manny Machado now. He'll have a new pitcher waiting for him as we begin their half of the 8th. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control 0-2.
That's basically saying, here I am. I'm the man. I'm bringing it at you. That was the upper 90s fastball back to back. Basically saying, here it is. I dare you to hit it.
And another foul ball. Another 0-2 home. And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the second time here tonight. Digging in once again, Trey Mancini. He homered earlier and is 2 for 3 to this point. And looks like he got the call there on the pitch inside. It's 0-1. Called strike 0-2. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen. Here's Jonathan Scope now. And they're down to their final 4 outs here, Dan.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for them right now, Matt. They've got a significant hill to climb, but they've got to take it one bat at a time. A couple of guys get on, and then who knows what could happen.
Late that time for a strike. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
I think if he executes that pitch on the corner instead of off of it, he probably gets some pretty weak contact, if anything. He jammed it pretty hard on the previous pitch, so my bet was he was going to try to cheat on the inside part, thinking it might be coming again.
And he struck him out, so a fine inning here as he strikes out this side in order. A nice look there at the Inner Harbor here in Charm City as we welcome you back to baseball on MLB Network.
The Islanders, first baseman.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Paul Goldschmidt is in to start things off as he looks at a ball to start the inning 1-0.
Well, break up, Paul.
Orlando Cepeda will try to get his club a little ninth inning insurance as he'll grab a bat to pinch hit, leading things off here. Tried to stay back on the changeup there, but this is chopped foul at home plate. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Now a big swing, and this ball is crushed out to deep center field. Gone to lead off the inning.
Oh.
So it's a solo shot to dead center as it's now a 6-run ball game.
Well, there's an old saying that the harder you throw, the farther it goes. How about this? Good fastball, and this ball is absolutely tattooed. See you later.
En la madre.
Standing in now, Luis Gonzalez. As the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball one. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. And 2-0 now as this misses below the knees.
This inning really feels like it's getting away from him out there. As a reliever, you can't let that happen. Nothing you can do about what's already happened, and it's only going to get worse if you're not focusing on the guy in the batter's box.
Aaron Judge waits on deck. Takes a knee-high fastball. And that should have been ball 4 there, but it's a called strike, and that runs things full at 3-2.
No voy a decir nada.
Here it comes. Driven down the left field line. Will it stay fair? It will as it heads to the corner. A fair ball.
Take a look at this again in slow motion. He tracks this thing all the way, gets his hands quickly through the zone, and just rips it down the left field line, just how they draw it up.
Stepping in now, Aaron Judge. Oh, good contact there. This is sent to the air out to deep left center field. And this will wind up being the third home run he surrendered tonight. Santa Maria. So a 2-run shot to left center as they've widened this lead to 8 now.
La mandó al carajo. 464.
I'm excited to check the home run numbers that come out on ShowTrack because that was just one of the most impressive launches we've seen in a good while. And as the numbers come in, that ball was projected to have carried over 460 feet. An amazing show of strength.
Puñeta. Cabrón.
Here's Mookie
Trabajaron.
Betts. Last time up, he was hit by a pitch.
The center fielder, Mookie Betts.
First delivery to him on the way. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Jones is under it. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Here's the third baseman, Adrian Beltre. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. First pitch on its way. And this will find the seats behind the first base dugout. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Outside for a ball, 1-1. 3 runs already home here. High in the air out to center field. Jones is under it. 2 down.
The catcher,
So striding forward
5.
now, Johnny Bench. Hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line out. Lifted in the air to center field. Jones is there, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. So 2 home runs in the inning lead to 3 runs on the scoreboard. One more shot coming up will go to the bottom of the 9th. Puerto Rico leads it 10-2. Orlando
attention,
Cepeda
please.
will stay in the
Now
ball
playing
game as he'll
first
take
base,
over at first base.
number 30.
Here's the catcher,
Orlando
Wellington
Cepeda.
Castillo, starting things for his side in the ninth as they face the improbable
Leading off
odds
in
of
the bottom
trying
of
to
the ninth.
come back in this one.
Patrick.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this
Wellington
point. These guys know these stats still count. At least for their own stats, you can't mill in your chances as a professional. This lineup is flailing right now. They're having a hard time just making contact, let alone putting the ball in play.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. 1 away.
Now batting.
First pitch
Shortstop.
on its way. Ruben Tejada at the plate now as he looks at strike 1. 1 out, nobody on. Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2.
Wow, he's cruising right now out there. 4 straight punch outs and working on number 5.
Just a touch outside. 1-2.
Wow, that's a tough pitch to lay off right there. You're down 0-2. You're in protect mode. You want to chase that ball. Nice layoff.
In there, a base hit.
Oh, he hits a little dying quail behind the infielder. I tell you what,
Now
he could have
batting.
thrown that
Your
ball any
attention,
better.
please.
Talk about
Now
placement.
coming
That
in
was
the pinch
perfect.
hit.
Seth Smith
Seth.
will be summoned off the
Smith.
bench here as he'll pinch hit with a runner at first and 1 gone in the inning. A breaking ball taken at the knees for strike 1. Swing and a miss, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
That's straight smoke at 99, guys. It's almost unfair.
Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the 2nd out. Here's
Now
Craig
batting.
Gentry.
Left
On the
fielder.
night, he's 2 for 4 with a pair
Craig
of singles.
Gentry.
Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And this is going to get down. It's a foul ball. Hit on the ground to third. And with that, I can finally say the 4 words I've had on my mind for what seems like an eternity. This ball game is over.
Fans,
10-2 the
our
final in
line
this
score.
game. So that's a
First
wrap
for
here
the
tonight.
victorious
For my
visiting
partners in the
team,
booth, Harold
10
Reynolds and Dan
runs on
Plesac,
15
and our entire crew,
However,
I'm Matt Vasgersian.
Bueno, yo me voy a desayunar. Después seguiré jugando.